It's finally the day of our family vacation. We're leaving you at home, okay? You don't count as real family. You're my stepmother. Why don't you stay at home and clean for us? If you want to stay out of trouble, then behave.
A family vacation? You're having one today? This is the first time I'm hearing about this. Why didn't any of you tell me? Have you and Dan been planning this for a while now?
Of course we have. We've been at it pretty long, maybe several months before. We've got everything ready, and it's finally time. You don't mind me not telling you about this, right? I mean, you're an outsider to us. There's no need to invite you to a family trip.
Ella, I already told you that you don't have to call me your mother. I'm your stepmother, so you're not obligated to. But that doesn't mean you have to be mean to me. You're taking it a bit too far, don't you think?
I'm not taking it too far, because you aren't my real mom. My real mom is nothing like you. She's more amazing than you could ever be.
I see that you really love your mother, don't you, Ella? Who wouldn't? I felt the same way for my mother when I was as young as you. I understand your strong feelings for her, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to treat me badly, does it? Besides, me being your stepmother doesn't harm your mother in any way. It shouldn't. Think about it. Your mother left you and Dan at her own will. She chose to leave and she won't be back. I had nothing to do with it.
No, you're wrong. Mom had an urgent reason to leave us. It had to be an emergency. She wouldn't leave us for any other reason. She couldn't have. Don't pretend like you know anything about our situation, because you don't.
Okay. I'm sorry. I won't say anything else about your mother, all right? I understand that this is a sensitive topic for you. But Ella, you're already 16 years old. You're a teenager, and in a couple of years, you're going to be an adult. Considering how old you're getting, I don't think you have to act so childishly towards me, do you?
Don't call me a child. There's nothing immature about the way I'm acting right now. It's all justifiable because you're always acting out of line. See, you're doing it right now. You're acting so arrogant towards me when you're not even my real mom. You're nothing but a stranger to me.
I guess you don't understand not to mistreat me yet, so no matter what I say to you. If that's the case, I guess I have no option but to take action to fix this. Then maybe you'll finally understand.
Obviously. Try whatever you want to, but I'll never believe a word you say. Why would I listen to a woman who's not my real mom? You're a stranger to me. All you need to do is shut up, stay at home, and clean. Tidy up the house first like you always do.
Fine. I'll clean the house up if that's what you really want.
If the house isn't completely spotless by the time we're home, I'm going to kick you out of there. The only reason you're allowed to live there is because of Dad. Without him, you'd be homeless by now. You should be more grateful.
Of course, leave all the cleaning to me. I'll make sure the house is super clean. There won't be one blemish left.
I hope you mean it. When I get home, I'll be checking every spot.
Hey, Amy. You're not going to say anything to me? I'm surprised. You heard that we're having a family trip without you, right? Ella told me she let you know just a while ago. I was bracing myself for some furious text messages from you, but nothing so far. I'm surprised.
You're right. I'm furious at you, but there's not much need for me to talk to you anymore. We've talked about this so many times now, and you haven't done anything. So I'm finally doing something about this. After all these years of mistreatment and lies, I'm sick of the situation that you put me in.
Huh? What exactly do you mean by that?
Well, I guess that's going to be a surprise for you. You'll find out eventually. More importantly, why haven't you told Ella the truth yet? How long have you been keeping it from her? She deserves to know.
The truth? What do you mean?
Quit pretending like you don't know what I'm talking about. The truth about Ella's biological mother. Why Heather left her. It's worrying to see her always longing for her mother to come back. She should be able to finally accept that Heather's not coming back and move on.
It's worrying? Really? You shouldn't think she has no reason to act like this, you know? Her reaction is completely normal. Ella loved her mother more than anybody else. She looked up to her so much. It would be even more worrying to tell her the truth about Heather, wouldn't it? I'm sure it'd break her heart.
I understand where you're coming from, Dan. It really would be heartbreaking for her. But she's bound to find out someday, even if that happens to be years from now. It's impossible to keep the truth hidden away from her forever.
Well, I don't deny that.
You know, this is the reason she always mistreats me in the first place. If you tell her the truth, I guarantee you that she'll begin to treat me like a human being. What do you think about that, huh?
I'm doing everything I can, Amy. I swear. I always warn her to treat you with more respect and kindness, but she never listens to me.
You're such a liar. You're only encouraging her inappropriate behavior. If this weren't the case, then you wouldn't leave me home alone to go on a family trip with Ella. Quit pretending like you aren't a part of this, because you are.
But I had no choice. Ella's in shock that her mother left her, so I only did what's best for her.
Keep in mind that this happened 5 years ago. I understand that she's hurt, but you can't keep using that as an excuse to let her mistreat me.
It did happen 5 years ago, and so what? It doesn't matter how long ago it was. You shouldn't blame Emma for still being hurt about it. No matter how many years go by since Heather left her, there are wounds that just can't be healed.
What about how you guys are hurting me at this moment? Isn't that also important to our family? What if these wounds you caused me can't be healed either?
Well, you left me with no other choice. To heal the hurt in Ella's heart, we need to create a common enemy. It's the only way.
You see me as a common enemy? Why are you using me like this? You're making me into a bad person and hating on me just to stay closer to Ella.
Trust me, Amy. I'm going through a lot too. I have to do so many things for Ella to keep her feeling safe and happy.
You're going through a lot? Well, you don't have to lie to her in the first place. If you just had the courage to tell her the truth, this would all be so much easier for us. Even though you're a father, you're constantly running away from confronting your daughter with the truth.
I've told you already. I have no other choice.
And that's not all. You're also running away from facing me and talking to me honestly, even though I'm your wife. You've utterly failed and let your entire family down. You're a pathetic excuse for a father and a husband.
You said enough. You need to shut your mouth. I'm the best father and husband that you could possibly ask for. You're not being grateful enough for me. What Ella said was right. You're not our real family. You're only my wife. My second wife at that. You were never my first choice. My daughter's 100 times more important to me. Unlike you. You'll never matter to me as much as her.
Oh, you're the one who's mad at me now? It looks like I hit a nerve. You always act out when you're told the truth. You're so immature. We're getting nowhere with that conversation. I'll just leave you alone so you can enjoy your vacation to the fullest.
You should, before you get on my nerves even more. As Ella said, you better clean the house up nice and tidy. I won't tolerate you any longer for slacking off on your duties. This is the last straw, got it?
Okay. I'll clean everything up, just like you're telling me to. Will that finally make you happy?
Hey, Amy. We came back from our trip and, what have you done to our house? There's nothing here. Our furniture and our belongings, everything's gone. Disappeared.
Huh? Oh, I thought you'd be happy I did that. You said to clean everything up, didn't you? I was just obeying your request.
How did you have the audacity to call me a child when you're acting like this? Do you really think you can get away with this? You know what I meant by cleaning up the house. Quit acting so stupid. I told you to tidy up, not tidy up everything and clear our belongings out of the house.
Oh, so that's what you meant when you said that. I guess there's a slight misunderstanding because I really tried to do as you told me. Wow, I can't believe it. The English language really is confusing at times, right? It can mislead people so easily.
No, don't blame this on me. This is all your fault. Did you get dropped in your head when you were a baby? You're absolutely crazy. It'd be acceptable if you cleared out only your belongings, but you had to clear out ours too. That's not your property. I'm going to make you compensate for our belongings, okay? I'll charge you as much as I can.
Fine, but let me clear something up first. I didn't throw everything away, so don't worry about losing any of your belongings. I rented a storage room and left everything in there. I'll give you the keys to it later.
What? You went through the trouble of doing all of that. Then why did you clear out our house if you had saved all of our things? What's the point of all this?
Because if our house is full of belongings, the next owners won't be able to live in it.
What?
You heard me right. Our house is on sale now. The new owner hasn't been decided yet, but it's going to be an open house and people looking to buy it will be checking it out. In fact, so many have already scheduled their appointments to come here. So, can you two leave as soon as you can? I don't want you guys to bother the potential homeowners that'll be coming by. The open house begins tomorrow.
What are you even talking about? Don't you dare kick us out! This is our house! Wait, what do you mean you put our house on the market?
Am I not saying this clear enough for you? That house is going to be sold to somebody else. We're not the owners of this house anymore, so you need to hurry up and get out of here.
What are you doing? This is so unnecessary. I just wanted to go home after a long trip and be able to relax. What right do you even have to do something like this so suddenly?
I have the right to do what I did because I'm the owner of that house. It's registered under my name. I can sell it. I can do absolutely anything I want to it. I'm free to do so.
Huh? That house is registered under your name. Do you seriously think I'm going to believe what you just told me? You're such a fraud.
I'm not a fraud at all. That house belongs to me. I've owned it for years now. Before that, my parents used to live here for decades. Ella, I was raised there. I received the house in my name after my parents moved away to another city.
Lies! This house belongs to my mom and dad. They chose to begin living here, not you. There's no way I'll believe these lies that spew out of your mouth.
That's what Dan told you?
Of course it is. He's never told me that this house belongs to your name, so there's no other possibility but you being a fraud.
Well, if the house isn't registered under my name and Dan really owns the house, then how would I be able to put it up for sale? Even more so, how would I have sold it without Dan's permission?
That's because... Oh, I got it. It's because you only pretended to put it up for sale. That must be a lie too. You set all this up. You're just bluffing to shock Dad and I. You wanted to make it look like you sold our house, so you cleared everything out. Yep, I see what you did here. And I was so shocked. You really tricked us, Amy, and you won the battle. There, does that satisfy you?
Ah, there seems to be no point in explaining this to you anymore, Ella. You aren't trying to understand. Is your dad close by? What is he doing right now? Does he seem off?
Well, Dad went into the house once, and there was a shocked look on his face when he saw that everything was gone. Right now, he's in the car looking bewildered.
Oh my gosh. The truth is right in front of you, Ella. Just look at the way he's reacting and put two and two together. This isn't a fraud. No matter how you look at it, he's stunned and devastated at the same time. He wouldn't be acting like this if I was only pretending to sell the house.
No, he's not. I bet the fatigue from the vacation is just catching up to him. We did so much, and it was a long flight after all. Plus, I could never believe that you're the owner of our house. If that were true, that means Dad was lying to me for all these years. He'd never do that to me. I trust him with all my heart.
You really do love your father, don't you? What a mess you're in, even though you're still an innocent child. I know that you're a good person deep down, so I wonder why you're so vicious to me. It's truly strange.
Don't you know why? It's because you always behave like you're in charge of my family, when it should really be my mother. I don't like you for that reason. There's no way I can accept your authority just because my mom is gone right now. It's the fact that you're not even related to me, but you're so overbearing.
Oh, so ultimately that's the reason you always mistreat me. I have to say that I saw this coming. I'm not surprised at all. Well, it's time for me to talk to your father now. I'll talk to you later, Ella.
Oh, sure. Do whatever you want. I don't even care anymore. Dad's grimacing right now, so I don't think he'd want to talk to you anyway.
Why do you think his grimace isn't strange at all? Don't you think he's grimacing because I sold the house? I hope you figure that out eventually. Hey, sorry to talk to you while you're still in a daze. I heard from Ella that you still had a grimace on your face, but I need to speak to you about something important. Are you okay to talk right now?
Huh? There's no way I could be okay with what you've done to our house. What have you done, Amy? I get that you were going through some conflicts with Ella, but this crosses the line. You've done too much.
But you told me to clean the house up and not leave one blemish.
Are you serious? I had enough of your excuses. All of your antics are so childish. You need to think more seriously about what's going to happen. Can't you see what you've done? Ella and I can't live in a house anymore, and we can't access any of our belongings. This means we're practically homeless. I can't believe you could get rid of our house and not think anything of it. Why did you think this was a good idea?
I could say the same thing to you. I can't believe you can make me out to be the villain when I didn't do anything wrong. This whole time you turned Ella against me. Plus, you lied to her about how you were the owner of this house when it actually belongs to me. She deserves an apology for that.
No. That must be Ella's mistake. I wouldn't have lied to her about that. I never told her anything about our house being registered under my name. She must have misunderstood something.
Ella doesn't believe the things I say to her because she wholly believes that everything you say is true. She trusts you the most. She believes every word that comes out of your mouth, and you're still going to blame her for this? All to protect your ego? This is unacceptable.
Ugh, no. I didn't mean it's her fault. I was never blaming her. I just mean... Fine. I'll admit that I lied to you. You're right. I told Ella that our house is registered under my name and not yours. For that, I was in the wrong. My apologies.
That means you were deceiving not only me, but also your daughter. You tricked your entire family. Gosh, you're so prideful that you're losing sight of what's really important here.
Ugh, just shut up already. What are you trying to say here? Quit insulting me and get to the point. You got your revenge, didn't you? Why can't you just leave me alone? Besides, aren't you going to divorce me anyways? What more do you want from me?
Of course I'm going to divorce you, Dan. I've given you so many chances, and you still didn't fix our situation with Ella. But I'm not going to leave both of you. I still care about Ella, and she needs my help. Especially because she still trusts a chronic liar like you.
Huh? I thought you didn't like Ella.
You thought I didn't like her? Dan, for the past several years, all I've been trying to do is become a mother to her. I've tried so hard. This hasn't changed ever since I got married to you. I care about her dearly, and I'm worried about her if she's stuck with a manipulator like you.
Oh, really? So you're saying that you sold the house that she lived in because you care about her? That's ridiculous.
You'll see how this turns out. I'm doing this my way, and I don't care if you don't think I have good intentions for her, because I do. Ella loves you so much, and she's so attached to you. You're her father. If you don't straighten up as soon as you can, what's going to happen to her? I just know you'll be a terrible influence.
How many times do I have to tell you? Stay out of this. It's none of your concern. Maybe the reason Ella hates you so much is because you stick your nose into our business, even though you're an outsider to this family.
Joke all you want, Dan, but you should think about this more seriously, about what you've done. You're forgetting your responsibilities as a father, and you try to get away with it by blaming it on your first wife. Yes, she was awful. She forced her unpaid debt on you by running off and created so many more problems for this family. But it's not an excuse anymore.
I'll ask you this again. What do you know about our past? Huh? About everything that's happened to this family? This has nothing to do with you, so back off. You're irrelevant to all that's happened to Ella and I.
Oh, you're really saying this has nothing to do with me? I'm involved in this just as much as you are. I was the one who helped pay off so much of Heather's debt.
Well, that's true, but you weren't there to experience Heather walking out on us.
I wasn't there, but I bore most of the consequences for it. I gave you my house, and I worked every day, all while doing house chores at the same time. I gave everything I could for this family, but when I get home every day, I'm treated like a parasite. On top of that, I gave up my income to get rid of our debt, all so you and Ella could live a happy life. Yet you aren't giving me the happiness I deserve. You really have the nerve to tell me to stay out of this when I've been doing everything to try and fix the situation? You can't be serious, Dan.
I'm sorry, you're right, and I was wrong. I didn't see how much you sacrificed for our family. I took it for granted. Amy, you've really helped us for these past years of our marriage. Thank you.
This isn't over yet, Dan. Don't think you can just thank me and leave all of this behind. What do you think about slandering me in front of Ella? This isn't good for me, nor is it good for our daughter. I know she has a good soul, but you have a bad effect on her. As a parent, don't you think you have the responsibility to lead Ella down the right path?
I guess I do.
Also, make sure to pay off your debt by yourself from now on. Don't forget, okay? Every last penny is now your responsibility, not mine.
What? I'm in charge of the debt now? Isn't that a bit harsh?
No, it's not harsh at all, because I'll pay for Ella's child support. That's fair, right? It would be wrong of me to let her live in an impoverished life just because I'm divorcing her father. I still want the best for her. She's my stepdaughter.
I understand. Thanks, Amy. I'm sorry for hurting you all these years. I really am. It's just, I've always thought myself to be the victim in this family. I didn't realize what I was doing to you because of that mindset.
You're not wrong, Dan. You are a victim. I mean, your wife left you with nothing but her debt and ran away during the night. You trusted her with all your heart, and she betrayed you in the end. I can't imagine the pain you went through.
Yeah, that's why I thought all of this was inevitable. That nothing could be done about it. Ella mistreating you and you being hurt by it, everything. It was easy to think that this all happened because of Heather. If I pointed the finger to her, I wouldn't have to do anything to fix these problems. I also recognize how you were trying to have a proper relationship with Ella. Yet, I didn't do anything to try to make her like you. In fact, I did the opposite. All this time, I thought these problems were irrelevant to me, when they actually weren't.
I can see that you feel true remorse, Dan, but that's enough of that. I'm going to be okay. So please, just focus on Ella right now. Tell her the truth because she deserves to know.
Okay. I'll make sure to do that.
Dad, we should sue Amy for what she's done to us. She's out of her mind. Whatever her motives may be, this is unacceptable. I bet it's probably a crime too. Her taking over our house and stealing it without our permission. It isn't a joke. It's theft. The house isn't even under her name.
Ella, I need to tell you something. The truth. Amy's the owner of that house, not us.
What? What are you talking about? You told me that this house was given to you by your parents, Dad. Am I misunderstanding something?
Ella, you're not misunderstanding anything. I'm sorry, but that was a lie. Our house used to be owned by Amy's parents a long time ago. They passed it down to her when they moved out. When I told you a few years ago that we were going to move into a house owned by me, I was lying. It was owned by Amy all along.
You lied to me, Dad? Why would you do that?
I'm really sorry. I just wanted to be respected by you, Ella. I didn't want you to think I was a bum.
You wanted me to respect you? Dad, just because you don't own a house doesn't mean I would lose respect for you at all. I respect you for being a good father, not a wealthy one. Why do you think I would care about how rich you are?
I know that. But I wanted to show off to you. I wanted you to think that I was successful when I really wasn't. I'm so sorry, Ella.
I see. Now I understand everything. That's why that woman you married is so arrogant.
Huh? What do you mean?
She felt entitled to us because she knew we didn't own it. From her point of view, we weren't living with her. She was letting us live with her. I guarantee that if this were my real mother, she wouldn't expect us to do anything in return for living in her home. Amy's so awful.
Hey, Ella. The truth is, your mother, Heather, she left me with all her unpaid debt and ran off into the night. She left us because she didn't want to be financially burdened. She burdened us instead.
What?
Heather and I were both born into poor households. Even after we were married, we were living impoverished lives. Out of habit or out of luck, I'm not sure. Point being, she got sick of her lifestyle because she's already lived through poverty for years. So, one day she said she was going to work at a nightclub. Instead of working at a stable 9 to 5, she figured she'd make more money by working as a hostess. I disagreed with her and tried to convince her to keep her current job, but she already made up her mind and refused. Besides, I honestly thought it would be okay if she managed to make some extra money for us. That's how tight our budget was.
What happened then?
Well, Heather went into the nightlife, and one day, she never came back home. She became addicted to her new lifestyle. I've heard rumors about her since, that she became addicted to the men in clubs or the gambling in casinos. A lot of them, but I don't know which ones are true. They could all be false for what I know. The only thing I know to be true is that she had over $300,000 worth of unpaid debt when she left us.
$300,000 worth of... What?
When I found out, she had already left by dawn. In fact, she left the entire city and I have no idea where she is now. We were still married, so her debt became my responsibility. At that time, I remember you were only 10 years old.
Is what you said, is all of it true?
Yeah, it's true, alright. Ever since then, I raised you by myself while simultaneously paying back my debt. Then I met Amy and I remarried to her. Amy helped me pay back the debt as well. We did it together. Without her help, I don't think we could have been able to come this far.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know about this at all. But this doesn't change the fact that Amy sold our house. What she did was still cruel, right?
Honestly, Ella, I understand how Amy was feeling and why she did what she did. If she didn't sell the house, there wasn't much else she could do to change our situation. That was the only way to get me to tell the truth to you, and she knew that.
Then why were we so mean to her? Just a while ago we left Amy alone to go on a family trip without her. That was so cruel of us.
I knew you didn't like Amy ever since she became my wife. It was obvious that you weren't fond of her, and I used that to my advantage. I wanted to strengthen my relationship with you, Ella, so I did as you wanted to. I really think what I did was pathetic. I should have tried harder to be supportive to both you and Amy. I'm so sorry.
What are you saying? You're not making any sense. Does this mean that I was tricked and lied to you by you and Mom? All these years?
Ella, listen to me. Could you please forgive me for this? It's all I want right now. Our relationship to go back to normal. From here on out, I'm never going to lie to you, okay? I swear I'll always tell you the truth from now on.
No! I won't forgive you. I can't. How do you expect me to believe you anymore? You've deceived me for years. I don't even want to live with you now. Don't come near me.
I completely understand. It's okay. I know you aren't able to forgive me so easily. But I want you to let me pay you back for this. I'd do anything if it means I can have your forgiveness, Ella.
I don't need anything from you, especially your compensation. All I'm thinking about is how sorry I am for treating Amy so harshly. I regret everything I've done to her.
I understand. I feel the same way towards her.
It's not the same. You know about all of this and you continue to hurt her. You did it on purpose. That's terrible of you. I'm never going to speak to you again.
Ella, please. Just give me a chance.
Hi, Amy. I wanted to apologize for how I've treated you these past years. I'm truly sorry. I heard everything about what happened from Dad, why Mom left, and how you helped this family with your debt. You sacrificed and worked so much for us, and all I've done for you is treat you viciously. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, Ella. You didn't have much of a choice. I know that your father was bad-mouthing me too. You guys did that together, but he was the one who started it. In those circumstances, it's natural for you to dislike me. I would be shocked if you didn't.
You have to know that my dad didn't say anything as malicious as me. I was so much worse than him. I said and did awful things to you. I'm really sorry. I don't know how to make up for this. If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
I have one request. If you want to make it up to me, treat people how you'd like to be treated, even if they're strangers to you.
What?
Just because they're strangers doesn't mean you should avoid them and shut them out. I want you to be kind to people that aren't your family or friends. If you do that, all my stress and pain that I went through during all these years, it'll be worth it.
I got it. Thank you so much. I'm going to try my best to be a kind-hearted person like you, Amy. Hey, I don't want to annoy you after all that I put you through, but if it's okay with you, can we be friends from now on?
Friends? Are you kidding me? Ella, I'm not going to be friends with you because we're already family. You're my daughter. Although Dan had begged Ella for her forgiveness, she wasn't able to do so. Even if he had no bad intentions, it was true that Dan had deceived and manipulated her for years. She couldn't live with him anymore, so she began living here with me. She quickly turned over a new leaf and is now an openly kind-hearted girl. The two of us are living happily together. I'm so grateful to be blessed with Ella. In the meantime, Dan and I finished filing our divorce papers. After years of being married to each other, we went our separate ways. Despite this, he hasn't changed his mind towards Ella, and he wants to live with her again. He messages his daughter almost every day to plead with her and reconcile their relationship. However, Ella isn't able to forgive him yet, so she ignores all his attempts at getting close to her. I don't blame her at all. because I can't forgive what Dan has done to us either. At least while Ella is ignoring him, I think I'll be doing the same. He doesn't deserve our attention and care just yet. Because the bond of family members runs deep, we can forgive each other for almost anything. Yet, this bond also makes betrayal by family painful and hard to forgive. I think Dan has finally realized how much his lies have hurt us deeply, and I hope he's able to grow from his mistakes.
Starting from this month, there's going to be a limit on food expenses. About $50 should do it. You can't spend no more than that. I'm off to a drinking party now, so I don't want to hear anything out of you.
Are you seriously telling me this right now? What you said is completely absurd. There's no way anyone can survive off $50. You said that you were going to come home early.
Shut up, you stupid woman. If you spend more than a penny over the limit I've set, I'll divorce you. And of course I'll ask for compensation for you spending all my hard-earned cash.
Now, wait just a minute. What suddenly brought all this on? I thought you actually wanted to spend more time with me, but then you turn around and act like this?
Well, I heard some things about what I'm trying to say at work today. It seems that obedient housewives don't spend more than $100 on food expenses a month.
That's just something that's spreading around online, isn't it? It's just some trend that won't last long, and inflation is really bad right now.
Look, if the housewives that are being talked about online can do it, so can you. It's not that difficult. Just do what I say for once in your life.
Don't you realize that everyone's family situation is different? These housewives could be living in fancy houses with lots of land, or they could have houses that are full of precious treasures. These people are maybe just trying to start a trend, right?
Look, I don't know all the details behind it. I don't care about that. I just need you to spend less, all right? Just obey my orders, okay?
What a selfish thing to say. We can't do it because the circumstances are different. How am I supposed to spend so little on food for us to live? It's impossible.
I don't want to hear any excuses from you anymore. If I see that you've spent even just 1 cent over the budget I've set, I'll divorce you in an instant.
This is crazy. Why are you being so unfair about all this? You can't divorce just because I'm trying to take care of us.
I can if you don't do as I say. I'm filling out the divorce papers as we speak. All that's needed now is for you to fill in your details, then I can divorce you without any hassles.
You're kidding me, right? Dawn, I can't believe how arrogant you're being right now. Why would you treat me like this?
Hey, I'm trying to be reasonable. All you have to do is listen to me for once, Stacy. Get some hearing aids or something if you don't understand me. I'm the head of our house, so don't you dare talk back to me like that. You'll feel my wrath if you ever talk back to me ever again.
Okay, I get it. So I can only spend $1.60 on food a day. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Fine, I'll do it. If you really want me to be this frugal, then I will.
So you should be able to do it. You can start now. If you don't, then I got no choice but to ditch you.
But I haven't got much food in the house, though. What am I supposed to make if I haven't gone to the grocery store? Oh well. Okay, from today I'll start frying bean sprouts every day.
Are you being serious right now, Stacy? You're only gonna give me bean sprouts after I've been working super hard all day?
Well, I can't help it if that's what you want to happen. There's only so many things I can buy on the budget that you're giving me. It's approximately 50 cents per meal that I can use, so that's only about 25 cents per person I can spend.
Why the heck are you taking your food expenses into account? This makes no sense. I'm talking about feeding me, not you.
Huh. Did you mean before that I can only spend $50 per person? Is that what you're saying?
No, Stacy, that's not what I was saying at all. You're so slow, you know that? You can be so stupid sometimes.
Insulting me isn't going to get you anywhere, Dawn. And no, I don't fully understand what you're saying.
I didn't mean that you and I would be spending the same amount of money on food. Why should any of my earnings feed you? What I'm actually saying is that you would get no money from me to spend on food expenses. You'll need to spend your own if you want to eat.
This has to be some kind of sick joke, right? Dawn, you can't just go ahead and decide something like that. This is completely inhumane. I won't be able to survive with no food.
How much do you think I earn? I'm not wasting all my money on a wife who eats everything in our cupboards. You have no right to eat the food that I pay for. You're the one who didn't work for the money. I did.
You would do this to your own wife? What a horrible thing to do to someone. Don't you know that it's neglect and you shouldn't be treating me like this? It's abuse, Dawn.
Well, you don't seem to understand how much of a headache you are to me. I'm doing this so I can finally put you right. It really is only natural to be married for the sake of having a husband, which you've done. As my wife, you do what I say, and you'll do it with no complaints.
Are you being serious about what you're saying? This isn't some little schoolboy prank, is it? No one would ever intentionally do this to their loved one, right?
Of course not. I'm being dead serious right now. I don't joke about things like this at all.
Oh, I see then. Then I guess I'll do what you want me to do. But if you push me any further, then I've got no choice but to leave you.
Great! Glad we can finally agree on something. You're not such a bad wife after all. But you'll get it if you don't do what I ask of you.
Sis, is it true that you're going to get a divorce from Don? He's been treating you really badly, right? I don't blame you, to be honest, but I've got something to tell you. Hey, Beatrice. Oh, yes, he's been treating me really horribly, and he's making me reduce the food budget by a lot. I'm going to starve if I have to obey him. Ugh. I have sacrificed too much for him. Once I got married to him, he told me since I'm his wife, I needed to take care of the house. In order to do that, I quit my full-time job. My role in this relationship is to keep my house cozy and comfortable, and I think I've done my absolute best in doing that. But going off your last message, you wanted to tell me something. What's going on? Is everything okay with you? Well, I don't know how to put this, Stacy. Don messaged me wanting to hang out. Like, who does he think he is trying to come on to me? His wife's own sister. I just thought I'd tell you since I felt uncomfortable. Oh, for goodness sake, really? Oh, he is such a player. Don just suddenly flips a switch. The money he would once give me is now zero, and then he tries to get into bed with another woman? Oh, great. Okay, he's just being downright horrible, and I hope that you can get away from him as soon as possible. Also, get a lawyer involved since he's neglecting you and betraying you at the same time. Please take care of yourself, and if you need any help with food or just supplies in general, let me know. If you need somewhere to go, feel free to drop by my apartment. Thank you, Beatrice. That means a lot. I'll deal with this all soon. He's become very reluctant in giving me money for the necessary expenses, such as food. Our way of living is steadily going down the drain because of this. Don't let Don trample all over you. I know that you're strong, and I know you can stand your ground. I also heard that he's also seeing this other woman that he works with. There's so many rumors about him. He's also so unhinged and got so many anger issues, so I hope that you can just get out of this marriage and situation. He's turned into this horrible person, and you deserve way better, Stacy. I hope I see you soon. But yes, I'll be really careful. I just want to leave this situation because I don't deserve it. Thank you for always being there for me. See you soon.
Why is it that there's once again no meat in my lunch that you made me? You're so hopeless, I can't believe it! I told you to listen to me and obey my orders!
Well, of course there's no meat. It's something I can't buy if I can only spend $1.60 on food a day.
How dare you mess with me like this? I'm being serious and you think this is all a joke, huh? I'd never joke about something like this when I want to save money and actually do something with my life. A lunchbox with no meat in it is like a lunchbox that has no fried chicken in it. It's not right. I'm a man who needs a lot of protein, so you better make better lunches from now on.
Just because you made up an analogy, Dawn, it doesn't mean it's a true analogy, okay? You tell me to do one thing and now you want something else? It's so confusing.
This is ridiculous. I can't rely on you as a good wife at all. Are you that ashamed to be a housewife or something? I thought you wanted to quit your job and actually look after me.
I often put my embarrassing remarks on the shelf and own them. You should know that, Dawn. Now with how you're treating me, I'm really regretting my decision to quit my job.
If you can't satisfy your own husband with a good homemade lunchbox, then you're a complete failure as a housewife. You're so unfit for this role.
Yeah, it's really terrible. You're right. However, I'm just trying to save money here. Seems like I'm the only one that is.
Well, I'm telling you that I want to eat meat, so put meat in my lunchbox or else. If you don't, I'll throw my lunchbox and make a huge mess in the kitchen for you to clean up.
If you want meat that badly in your lunchbox, then why don't you use your own money to buy the meat that you want to eat? Because you have a lot of money, don't you?
No, I don't have a lot of money. That's why I have to go to these extremes so that you don't get your hands on all my cash.
Don't say that to me. Really? The money you've been giving me for living expenses has decreased every year since we've been together. You must be holding on to a lot of money if it's just sitting in your account, right? So, aren't you spending a lot of money at your own disposal?
No, I don't. I haven't even bought drinks from the vending machine this month due to the increased necessary expenses we spend on.
You're lying to me, aren't you? What are you using your salary on then? Why don't you just spit it out and tell me, all right? Just be honest with me for once in your life.
Well, I wonder what I could possibly be spending all my hard-earned money on. I always keep an eye on my wages, and I have a strict budget, you know.
Stop messing around with me. This isn't the time for playing games, Dawn. I am trying to figure out what's going on, and you're not helping at all. What you're doing right now is just picking on me. I am trying to have a serious conversation here. You're not communicating with me well at all.
I don't know what you're talking about, Stacy. No idea at all. I'm communicating with you, aren't I? I'm messaging you back, right? I'm not ignoring you, you stupid idiot.
Why can't you tell me what you're using the money for? It's a very simple question to ask. I don't see what the problem is in asking that. Are we not husband and wife? Am I non-existent to you now? These sort of conversations are needed in our relationship. What has gotten into you lately?
Would you stop with the bickering, Stacy? Just shut up. I'm sick of your crap. I'm sick of you interrogating me, and I wish you would just get off my back about the money. Fine, I'll tell you. I'm using the money to go on dates, okay? I'm dating someone because I'm getting super over this marriage.
What? I'm confused. So my sister was right. So have you been dating someone for years behind my back then? I'm surprised it wasn't news to me sooner.
This isn't you I'm talking about. I'm married to you, but I'm not dating you. I have some leeway when it comes to seeing other people.
What do you mean? You're seeing someone else? Don't you realize that being married to someone is being dedicated to them? Yeah? Are you kidding me right now?
Yes, I'm dating a 22-year-old woman who just got employed at the company. Do you seriously think a young and attractive 22-year-old woman should be paying for the dates I'm taking her on? I don't think so.
Isn't that cheating then? Are you honestly dating someone else? Is that what you're telling me? I can't believe you had the audacity to say these things and talk down to me.
Oh, shut up, Stacy. What I do outside of this marriage has got nothing to do with you. It's my money, so I can do what I want with it.
If you think that you're the only one earning money, you are dead wrong. How dare you belittle me like this when I've been trying to keep this marriage together? You are on thin ice now, Dawn. I have to keep the house in tip-top condition, so I'm working my butt off as well. I am doing paid and non-paid work, and I get no thanks for that.
Wow, okay, Stacy. I always knew you were gonna get into hysterics about all of this. I'm not surprised that you're acting like this. I bet your hormones are all over the place. You going through menopause or something? Is that why you're so up and down with your emotions? You absolutely exhaust me. No wonder I don't want to come home most of the time. You drive me to drink.
How dare you say that sort of thing to me? You have hit an all-time low as a husband, Dawn. How can you be so degrading towards me? I talk like this because of you. What do you expect to hear when you say you're dating someone else? So that little girl, you're always going on high-end dates with her every time you meet?
High-end dates? No, I don't think so. When I meet up with her, I'm only spending roughly $200. That sort of money doesn't go that far, to be honest.
Are you kidding me? $200 each time you meet? I don't think you've ever spent that amount of money on me in a long time.
If I have tea with Emma, it's about $200, but if we're including dinner, then it's about $500.
What? Is that so? All that money? You spend that money on some other woman? Some woman who isn't even your wife? You know, the woman that has your ring on her finger?
Yeah, of course, I'll give her a little bit extra so that she can spend it on something she likes every now and then. She actually wants to do something with my money, something great. You've got no dreams. I want to give money to a woman that I admire a lot, so I do. She deserves my financial support, not you. You don't even deserve my pennies.
Why would you give her your money? You're not her sugar daddy. Stop acting like one. It's disgusting. I am so over this, and you're making my life so much worse.
Don't you dare say such rude things about my Emma and what I do with my money. You're so wrong about all of this.
So giving your money to a younger woman and taking her out for expensive dinners is not being a sugar daddy? I'm pretty sure that's exactly what you're doing. She's doing it to get free cash. Open your eyes, Dawn. You know it's true. She's going to take all your money and you're going to be left with nothing eventually.
I love her, and she loves me. I know that much. How dare you put her under a bad light? She's been nothing but supportive of me lately. You've barely been there for me since we've got married.
I don't think she does. I think your mind has it completely twisted. I can't believe that you would betray me like this. I have always been there for you, but you hardly talk to me about your problems.
She knows that I have a wife, and I told her you don't have to date me if it's gonna be a problem. But she's dating me, and she's in love with me.
She doesn't just want to date you. She's taking your money. She'll make you dirt poor. You're just a bank to her until you can't buy her anything fancy anymore.
Would you stop with your whinging and moaning? I'm so over it. We're in love with each other. I know you're just trying to make things worse for me. It's not gonna work.
That child is only a child, and you are you. It's not going to work. Those types of relationships never work. You're just an idiot that's wrapped around her finger. I wonder if she'll even meet up with you if you don't give her any money. See what happens then. I bet if you try to take her somewhere cheap, she'll leave immediately.
Of course she'll still see me. She always replies to me that she wants to see me after we've been on a date.
Okay, I'm sure even when you don't have enough money, it's still getting used to fund her dates. Am I correct in saying that?
A little bit, yeah. I want to support this girl with my money and my heart because I love her so much. I love her way more than I could ever love you.
What do you mean support her? What are you talking about, Dawn? Are you telling me that you're actually giving her your money when I should be the one who has more right to it than her?
Yes, I heard that she's saving up money in order to pay her sick brother's medical expenses. Isn't that a messy situation to be in?
And you're deceiving me right in front of my eyes. You've planned all of this so beautifully.
Whatever, Stacy. She told me that she wants to study overseas, so she's saving for that as well. She's a good kid with good intentions.
There's no way you think that I'm going to believe anything you or her says, right? I've gotten to the point that I just want out of this and want nothing to do with you.
You have no reason not to believe me. She told me all of this when we went on a car date in the company car during our work hours.
Says the guy who so-called accidentally said a different reason when you set limits on what I spend. I'm sure there are more gold diggers wanting their hands on your money that should be for us.
You are so unreasonable. Plus, you're acting so dirty over this because I won't give you any cash. Boo-hoo, build a bridge, Stacy.
Do you even notice how deceitful you're being towards me right now? You're a liar and a cheater, and on top of that, you can't even see how you're being ripped off by a younger woman. I didn't think you were that stupid, Dawn, but I guess you are. You'll lose everything if you don't watch what you're doing.
How dare you call me stupid? I'm not stupid, and I'm not any of those other things you said I am. You're just a terrible wife. No wonder I went looking for someone else. I now have someone who loves me.
Look, I don't care anymore, Dawn. I want a divorce. I am so over all this nonsense. I can't deal with it anymore. I don't want to waste any more time or energy in talking to you when you won't listen to me.
That's gonna be so impossible for you, Stacy. How are you even gonna live if I leave you? You'll have nothing to your name. You're such an incompetent partner who can't even earn $1,000 a month to live off of. You wouldn't survive without me.
You were the one who wanted me to be a part-time worker in the first place so I could look after the house. So how could you say something like that to me when you were the one that wished that?
What? I actually told you to quit your job and work part-time? Why on earth would I ever say that to you? You're the one who wanted to quit in the first place, right?
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How could I let myself marry someone like you? If I had known I'd be treated like this, I would never have even married you.
You know that if you get a divorce from me, you won't be able to live without me and my money. So try harder to hold on to me so you don't end up homeless and have a miserable life.
What did I ever do to you to make you treat me so awfully? Why are you being so horrible to me? I don't understand why you've turned on me.
If you don't want to be living on the streets, then be a good, obedient wife and put meat in my lunches every day. Steak, fried chicken, pork cutlet, beef strips, Hamburg steak, the lot, all right? Do you understand me, wife? Do I have to watch you like a hawk in the kitchen to get what I want or something?
Yeah, I got it. You'll have meat in your lunches from tomorrow. But after that, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to take charge and do something I never thought I'd ever do.
My stomach is so sore. I've never felt so much pain, hey? What did you put in my lunch today?
Whatever do you mean? I put in the meat that you wished for me to use in your lunches. I used the meat that I got from the discount supermarket. You did say to give you meat every day, didn't you? But oh no, that's so not good about your sore stomach. But do you really think that I should feel sorry for you when you've been a complete jerk to me, Dawn?
You know exactly what I mean. I've been feeling a bit off recently after I've finished eating my lunch, but this pain I'm experiencing is especially bad.
Well, should you go to the hospital since you're in so much pain? You're smart. You should be thinking of these things yourself.
I'm already ahead of you there. I'm waiting for a medical exam by the doctor now. I'm sitting in the waiting room filling out forms right now. I thought something might not be quite right with my lunch. That there might be something dodgy in my lunch or something.
Well, I didn't put anything unusual in your lunch, if that's what you're implying. Why would I do something like that for, huh?
If you've put something in it, I'll find out immediately what it is. You can't mess with me like this. I'll make the doctor do all the tests under the sun until I know what's going on. Okay, they called me into the doctor's office. I'm about to head in there now. This has got to be some sick joke.
How was the checkup, Dawn? Did the doctor figure out what was wrong with your stomach?
You're so stupid, Stacy. You're such a useless wife. The doctor said that I've been eating too much meat.
Well, if all you do is eat meat all day, of course you'll get a sore stomach after a while. That's just what happens.
Of course you know that, so you got me sick. This is all your fault. You tried to poison me and get back at me, didn't you?
Oh, does eating too much meat put a strain on your stomach? Well, of course I knew that.
Stop messing with me, then say it properly to me so that I can stop before I get a sore stomach.
When you eat too much meat, you'll start to get bad breath, and it'll get worse over time. Plus, your skin will become rougher.
So that's what you wanted for me, huh? Yesterday, Emma told me that I had bad breath and turned around and said that she wouldn't see me again.
Oh, well, ain't that a shame? I wouldn't worry about it. She's obviously super shallow if she can't put up with a little bit of bad breath.
I felt like I was on the verge of tears when she said that. I was glad that I could still find love outside of this horrible marriage. This is all your fault.
Well, this is a good chance for you to start over then. That means you can start saving money again. Isn't that great?
This is crap. I'll go back to her, act all cool, and we'll be in love like we were before. Hey, starting tomorrow, I want you to prepare meals that are good for your health and beauty that cost around $30 a month. They'll be for me and Emma.
There is no way I'm going to do anything like that. I am leaving you. I'm done with your crap, and I have no reason to stick around any longer.
Why not? You really want to live on the streets? You won't survive a second without me.
You don't think so? I've left the house. I also filed for divorce and sent the papers to the courthouse. I don't want to see or hear from you ever again after the way you've treated me.
What? You can't do this to me. You're my wife and you need to do as I say. You'll stay and obey me because that's your job. You can't just leave me like this.
I don't plan on being your wife anymore, Dawn. Anyways, weren't you the one that said that if I spent only 1 cent over the $50 budget, you would divorce me?
Yeah, and? What about it? That was the rule I set and that you should have obeyed. This is your fault. There's no way that you're gonna get your way out of this marriage.
Well, oops. This month I went $1 over the budget for food, according to my calculations. So I guess I had no choice but to go to the courthouse and file for divorce. Such a shame.
What a selfish thing to do! How dare you do this to me, your own husband?
Hey, I just did what I was told to do. I played by the rules. I did what you asked, and I'm done. I'm very exhausted, and I don't need to be around your energy anymore.
You need to get rid of those divorce papers right now! Do as I say!
It's too late. I've already given them to the judge at the courthouse.
Fine. There's only one way to solve this. We'll file to get married again. It's gonna be such a pain to do, but we got no choice. Go to the courthouse and hand in the new marriage papers.
There's no way I'm giving them anything like that. I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
No, you can't do this to me. How are you possibly gonna live without me?
I was the one who was in charge of the house, so I really don't think I'll have any issues getting out of your grasp.
Don't you get it? It's all about the money. How are you gonna make any? Are you gonna live off money from a part-time job for the rest of your life?
Of course not. I've got myself a new job.
I know you're lying. What companies would want to hire little old you anyway?
I have nothing to lie about. I do have one. I'm a registered dietitian.
What? You are? Why didn't you tell me?
You obviously don't pay that much attention. I was working at a hospital before you told me to quit my job.
Wow, really? Is that right?
Well, you don't listen to me, so naturally you don't know anything about me. But I don't care anymore. When I told them I wanted to come back and work, they immediately said yes.
No way! Are you being serious?
I'm not lying to you. The hospital is always low on staff, so I was hired straight away. I also get paid way better than you, so I can live my life comfortably without you messing it up.
How could you say something like that to your hard-working husband? It's such an insult to my character.
Well, you're not my husband anymore, Dawn. I can say what I want.
That's just... No! You can't divorce me!
Really now? How often are you going to say such things to me? I'm not going to listen.
I only cheated a little bit, don't you see that?
I'm not going to give you my living expenses, and I intend on telling your cruel remarks to my lawyer. After all, you did cheat, right? You're living your sugar daddy life. Aren't you having fun?
I'm really sorry, Stacy. Please, I'll change my ways. I won't cheat anymore, and I'll pay for the living expenses. Please, don't do this.
It's too late. I have hit my limits with you. By the way, I talked to your company because I wanted to also punish the girl for what she's done. It's a sin to have a relationship outside of a marriage, so I got compensation for what she's done.
What the heck? You asked for money from Emma? How dare you do that?
I also told your company that you were both using the company car during work hours to go on your little dates. You're going to get punished for that.
Look, I get it. I'm sorry. Everything I did was bad. I'm really sorry. Please don't say anything more to them. I beg you.
Again, it's too late. The damage is done. Goodbye, Dawn. Also, I want compensation for this, so you owe me. You'll be hearing from my lawyer. Don ended up paying a large amount of money in compensation for the cheating and the mental pain he's caused Stacy. With not giving her any money and depriving her of important nutrients, he's to contribute to her bills for the rest of his life. Of course, his little partner knew that he was married to Stacy, so she received the money from both of them for all the damage they've done. It seems that my husband's company found out that she was doing various things, and she was dumped even though she had a boyfriend within it. The ex-husband, who was running out of funds, is now the one spending only a small amount on food a month. For every meal he's eating, he's probably only consuming about a third of the bean sprouts that I used to give him. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey, old hag. I told you before to make sure to clean up my room during the day, didn't I? What the hell have you been doing all day while sitting inside the house?
I've been working, Carla. Did I forget to tell you before that I work from home right now? I tried to make some time to clean up after you both, but you are always making too much of a mess for me to clean up.
All of your excuses are so freaking annoying. You're working from home? An idiot like you is only making some spare change, sending out spam emails to random people online, right? You're pretty much just a housewife for all I care. So at the very least, do some of the freaking chores, you old hag.
And you happen to be in high school right now, which means you should be more than capable of throwing your garbage in the trash can, right? Also, what do you think you're doing calling your mother an old hag like that right now? That's rude.
Huh? You were never the person that gave birth to me, right? All you are is the spare trash that was left over by the rest of society, and which my dad kindly picked up and married. So don't get the wrong idea about yourself again, old hag. I'm sure you just married my dad for his income. But how about you actually go out and find a real job so you have your own money to use on things like food?
Why were you raised in such an awful way?
Stop trying to act like my mom. All you are is a parasitic, begging old hag. I'm going with my friends now to the arcade. If I don't have enough money for the night, make sure to send me more, okay?
Excuse me? It is too late now for you to be going out with your friends. And weren't you supposed to be going out to study after school today? Ugh, there's no hope for you anymore. David, you need to go and have a word with your daughter. The way she is treating me right now is far worse than it used to be, and I will not stand for it any longer.
What? She's still in high school, which means that she's still going through her rebellious phase, right? She also doesn't happen to be related to you by blood any. And since she's about to become an adult, she's in a bit of a mess, right?
But there has to be some limits to the way she treats me. And just as a little reminder, back when we first got married, you told me you would work to make sure that her and I got along well, right? These days, you have been out of the house quite often, leaving your family here to deal with these problems alone. Are you purposefully doing that?
The only reason I said those things back when we first got married is because I didn't have much on my plate in terms of work. I actually had the time to be around the house and help out. But right now, I have a ton of business trips up my ass. You understand just how important something such as work is for us, right? We are a family. So how about you get around to understanding we all have our own things going on and take care of the house?
So you're just going to talk as though there hasn't been some major issues here?
That's right. When it comes to Carla's after-school studies, do you mind paying for that for now?
Why should I? Aren't you making enough money right now to be paying for your daughter's classes? I'm not sure how much you have in your accounts right now, since we chose to hold separate accounts after getting married. But you have to have enough for her, right?
Right. But I want to think about how we're going to live as we get older and plan on retiring, and save up for that. I'd like to get myself a new home in my liking without having to take out a massive loan either. To work with me here so that it can happen.
Then could you tell me how much you have saved up in that account right now, please? If I don't at least have an idea of how much you've saved thus far, I won't be able to make a plan in order to help you out.
I can tell you all about that later. For the time being, make sure you pay for her to have those classes after school. This is a favor I'm asking, alright?
You told me that you continue to pay for her to take those classes, as long as I paid for things like the food and such at home, right? Ugh. Carla, where the heck are you right now?
Well, if it isn't the old hag, have you finally noticed me not being around?
I can see that all of your things aren't out and about around the house. Did you really end up leaving?
You have it all wrong. All wrong. I heard that Dad would no longer be going back to that house anymore, and so I went with him, leaving my stepmother at that house while we found a new place.
Huh? What are you going on about, Carla?
In other words, you are no longer going to be able to leech off of Dad and the $8,000 a month he has been making. Sucks to be you.
You explain yourself right now.
Before today, Dad said it himself, right? He said that to do his work and everything, he would no longer be able to go back to that house where you're still at. He told me to stay with you for the time being, since he expected that you'd be too lonely after he was gone. But honestly, I don't give a crap about you being lonely or not. That's why I went ahead and left the house, and arrived at the house Dad should be moving into.
What the heck is all of this? So you know about where David is moving into now?
He never actually told me anything about where he was moving to, so I went ahead and stalked him for a bit to see where he'd go. And today is the day I plan to be here to surprise him. And luckily, I'm right at the doorstep now. Not having our slave around anymore to do all the cooking and cleaning for us is going to be a pain in the butt. But at least I won't have to deal with you now. I'm going to be living on my own after college anyway. So why not start learning how to do all the things you were supposed to be doing now? There's really no need for you anymore. And since we don't need you, you're free to go bye-bye now.
I always thought that your twisted attitude and character had something to do with you having lost your mom and being forced to settle with me. That is why, even though it was a pain for me to deal with you, I still raised you to the best of my ability for the past 10 years like your mother. But I can see that that was a waste of time and effort. You have always been that kind of a horrible woman, and there was never going to be any change.
Huh? Are you not going to accept that you were only married in order to be used? And that's why you're acting like a sore loser now?
I don't care about what you have to say anymore. I was already done with David, but the same feelings are occurring with you now, Carla. So go on ahead and enjoy living with your father, who is only making $300 a month.
Huh? What did you just say about my dad? Right now my dad is making close to $8,000 a month at the company he's employed for. Ugh, I know what this all is. You idiots are so bad at math that you weren't even able to differentiate $300 from $8,000.
Oh, so you had no clue about it. Well, thankfully, your ignorance has nothing to do with me anymore. I'm sure when you find out about how much David is making a month, you're going to go into shock.
Huh? Screw off, you lying old hag. here? Dad, he was just with another woman entirely. And when the woman saw me and asked about who I was, Dad replied to her saying he had no idea who I was. Hey, what is all of this about? Hey, what's going on here?
So you found out. I'm pretty sure what you just saw there was your father having an affair.
Huh? Did you already know about this?
I only found out after I went and got a lawyer's help in tracking him down while he was away from home. I knew things were off about that man for a long time now. That is why I took my time getting all the evidence my lawyer stated I needed. And now I plan on divorcing him.
What?
I mean, you both aren't going to be coming back to this house anymore, right? If you and him aren't going to be living with me, then what's the point of staying married to your dad? For a while, I had been a little bit hesitant about making this choice now, and wanted to wait until after you graduated from high school and were off to college. But I've started to go crazy from all the crap I've been forced to take. And having to stay home while my husband goes out to have affairs like that over long periods of time with another woman is not for me. It makes me want to throw up just thinking about how long it's all been going on for. And as for the place we've all been living together in for the past 10 years, I'm going to be leaving it as well and ending the lease agreement.
Huh? Then what am I going to do now? Of course you're going to tell me where you're moving to. And will take me back in, right?
No. Why would I ever do that? You're not my kid to be taken care of. How about you go and ask your actual father to take you? Tell him that you won't bother his other woman any, and will leave the place whenever they want to get a little dirty on the couch.
Wait. Your joke isn't really that funny. Aren't you supposed to be my mom? And Dad was the one that told me to stay and live with you, right?
But you went and said no to that, and went all the way out to your dad's house with all your things, leaving me here alone, right?
Because I had no clue that Dad was with another woman. There was no helping the choice I made at the time, right? You think I'd ever choose someone that I'm not even related to like you to parent me? When my dad is my real parent?
So then, why are you choosing me now, when you told me off so many times? Or is it just because you've now realized that your real dad doesn't care about you anymore, and I'm all that you have left? That's a little bit selfish of you, is it not?
So what? You want me to apologize to you for that or something? You're going to force a kid to apologize to you now? All right, sure. So sorry about that. Was that a good enough apology for you? This is why you've always been too much of an idiot to find a decent job. And I've always had to live as a housewife with too big of a pride.
Listen, Carla, who the hell do you think here really has too big of a pride for themselves right now? And if that's going to be the way you apologize for the way you talked to me and treated me, then how about you go screw yourself and forget about it?
What the heck is wrong with you? Your kid was just thrown away and abandoned by her own dad. Don't you feel bad for me right now?
But the funny thing is, you're not some child anymore. You're close to being an adult now, which means you really have to start acting like one.
I guess I'm not going to be able to get Jack out of you then. At the very least, I need to go and have a talk with Dad and make sure he gives me some money for a place of my own and everything. I'm his actual kid, after all, so I have a right to things like that from him.
Well, you should have a right to things like a roof over your head and food from your parents. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be impossible when it comes to David. Like I said before, he's only making $300 a month.
Huh? Could you give it up already with that seriously annoying lie you keep telling me? Do you not remember the day back when Dad went and showed me his income and everything? He was making $8,000 a month. How come you don't remember any of that? It is way too soon for you to be losing your memory like that.
Oh, come on. It was a forged document he made. He didn't just show you that, but he showed it to me too, and made it a priority to have it fabricated so that he could fool us. I made sure with the help of a lawyer to look into that company he was receiving whatever income he faked on that paperwork from. And sure enough, the company actually existed. However, when we called the company and asked about your father, not a single person there recalled him being on the payroll.
You're lying.
Your father made all of that up on his computer inside his office. And while he was out of the house, I went in there and looked around for some proof that he was up to no good. And in his trash can, I found some documents. There was some documents and such from his online bank accounts and such. And on one of them, his username and password was written. So, in order to find proof, I went ahead and had a look through his bank accounts and found that he was only getting about $500 a month. And after paying for things like health insurance, he was left with $300. That right there is the reality of your father, Carla. I'm sure he's lying about all of that to his other woman as well right now.
I don't believe you. There's no way I could believe something like that from you.
Then allow me to send you a link to the bank he uses and his username and password so you can have a look for yourself. And then you can take a minute after looking to think about what you're going to do next, all right?
Hey, Dana. What the hell is this picture you just sent me a second ago?
You're asking me what it is? It's a picture of you having an affair.
So you went and stalked me without ever saying a thing? I feel sick now just thinking about that.
Hey. You think you have the right to say that? You were going to leave your own daughter with the woman you married after your first wife, all so that you could leave and be with another woman? Thinking that you'd be able to get away with that is idiotic. Did you think you could actually hide all of that for so long?
I assumed that when I told you I had a lot of business trips up my ass, you would believe me. You did believe me at first, didn't you? And considering that Carla is a lot older now, I thought it'd be alright for me to be out of the house more and moved in with my girlfriend.
She's still a teenager. Are you really a father? David, did you get married to me so that you could have someone to push your daughter off on, so that you'd have some more time to play? And then you faked your bank statement so that it looked like you were making more than me in order to lock me in. Well, I had a look at your real income, bud, and I made sure to show Carla, too.
Huh? I told you before never to go into my office without my permission, right?
You thought I was just going to leave that room the way it was forever? After being told you were never coming back to the house? Too bad, right? I always wondered why back in the day you came up to me at the class reunion, asking me to marry and all. Well, now I know why, and I feel a lot better now because of it.
Wait, what are you going on about?
Before you started to tell me all about what happened with your last wife, and about your daughter you've been left with, I was struggling with the reality that I was infertile. I was just about to accept that I'd never find anyone who wanted to marry me. But when you came asking to marry me, I knew it would be my last chance at getting to experience marriage and motherhood. Even if Carla was a total jerk about it, I knew I could put up with her for a bit because I believed she was just not used to having a new adult in the house. And even when a few years later, I felt that there was something extremely fishy about you, I continued to stick around for Carla's sake. And after 10 years of putting up with everything thinking that it would one day pay off, this is what I get. Carla thinking of me as nothing more than a parasite feeding off your income, and you going out with another woman behind my back after lying to us about your money. I'm fed up with having anything to do with the both of you now.
Then, did you go and kick Carla out of the house? Where is she right now?
Well, I'm not really sure where she is anymore because I left that place for good. I already called the real estate agent and told them that we'd no longer be renting that house. And since I was the one with my name on it, I was able to do such. I think I'm going to call a moving truck out here soon, and we'll have all my things moved to a new place.
What the hell are you doing? Don't you feel bad for Carla at all?
And don't you feel like you've been a cold-hearted bastard this whole time after what you've done? And by the way, what is this $300 a month you've been making? That's less than a housewife would be getting from her husband, right? I know that you went through a lot of effort fabricating your bank statements to look like you were making a bunch of money every month. But with only $300 a month, have you even been able to save anything at all? That's why you were having me pay for not only the house and everything, but for your daughter's class fees as well.
That's just the money I've had on hand is all.
But there were times when you told me before that you'd pay for things. So tell me, where did all of that money come from? Because I didn't see any of that money going through your bank accounts. Ah, unless you were using your credit cards to pay for everything and are in debt now? Well, don't worry. I already knew that was happening after a recent notice came in the mail for your credit cards. Someone doesn't seem to be paying off any of their debt.
You shut up about that. Making fun of me like I'm some kind of idiot. When it comes to men, they have to do whatever it takes to make themselves look good in front of their own family. I know that a woman like you would never be able to understand something like that.
Wow. So when you're being backed into a corner, you begin to bark like a feral dog. That's the kind of thing real dumbasses do instead of discussing their issues.
You're the one who's played like a fiddle by me for so long, so shut the hell up. That's right. The only reason I don't have any money right now, nor any income, is because I'm in the works of opening my own online business. There are a lot of troubles that come with starting a business after all. It takes a lot of time and money to do so. That's why right now it looks like I have nothing at all, and I'm in debt with those credit card companies. But once I have the business up and running, I'll be making bank and will pay everything off. I'll become rich as hell.
Come on now. How many years has this been going on for?
I've had a lot going on, so stop talking like I have no clue what I'm doing right now and shut your damn mouth already. I would have been able to tackle everything a lot sooner. But I had to also deal with people like Carla, and that's why I needed someone at home taking care of her for me. That's why 10 years ago, I came across you again, a successful engineer, and picked you up from being a single woman in her 30s. Thank you so much for paying everything off for me this past decade. And thank you for paying my daughter to go take extra classes after school and have all that nice clothing. You have done a wonderful job taking care of everything for me.
I see. But that private high school you've been having Carla go to, I only paid for about half of her tuition there. And she'll still need to have at least another year paid for.
What?
Which means you're going to be paying for that part now. And since you've also been having an affair behind my back for a while now, you'll be paying me a settlement too. I'm getting divorced from you, by the way. Make sure you pay me in one lump payment, please.
Divorce? Wait. But what about Carla? She's still young, right? Think about all what you're saying right now.
I told her that I no longer have any feelings of love for you both anymore. She's your actual daughter, so how about you start to take care of her now? I'm not going to be used like a tool anymore by the both of you, so goodbye.
I don't have the money to take care of her right now, though.
Then ask your girlfriend to help you pay.
I told her that I'm just a single man who'd like to be married to her as a husband of sorts.
Huh? So you never told your girlfriend that you're married and have a daughter from your first wife? How the hell? Like, seriously, why would you hide all of that from her? You really are the most stupid man to ever walk this earth. Ugh. Having to talk with you anymore is going to give me a serious migraine.
Hold on a second. Let's rethink all of this. Let's you and I meet up and we could talk about this all over again and more casually.
No freaking thanks. The next time I talk with you will be with my lawyer beside me, so you can wait until then. And with that, goodbye forever.
Hold on a second, Dana. I'm asking you to wait just one more second, please. Hey!
Hey, Mom, where are you right now? I have something I'd like to ask from you. I'd really like to come together to live with you, Mom.
Not going to happen, Carla. I'm no longer your mother. I no longer have to even think about you anymore.
I went over to where Dad has been staying at with that woman and rang the doorbell and repeatedly tried to get him to come to the door. And just when I thought I could hear his footsteps coming, it was that woman. I told her about everything that had happened, and that's when everything went downhill very fast. It was insane, Mom. I'm in trouble now. I ran away from there and tried going to Grandma's house to stay with her.
You did?
But she told me she couldn't take care of me for a long time, and that she didn't have the money to pay for me to go to school either. She told me to do my best paying for my tuition myself. I'm not going to be able to stay another year, Mom. I'll have to drop out in everything. I thought I was getting so close to graduating and going to college where I could join a sorority and mess around all I wanted.
How about you start going out to find yourself a part-time job and use that money to pay for school? Or better yet, get a student loan?
It's too much work for me. If I do that now, by the time I become an adult, I'll probably be in too much debt to be able to afford anything. And if I have to work part-time, I will seriously have no energy to do anything else. By that point, I won't even want to go to college anymore, right? I don't want to work or get a student loan.
Remember that college is a place where you go to study. So even if you go into debt with a student loan and have to spend time working a part-time job or two, your education will make up for it all later. But in your case, you want to be there to mess around and have fun. And that's why you'll stop wanting to go, because you won't have any money to play around with. Thankfully, that is none of my business. Also, weren't you always saying before that I'm nothing more than a begging parasite that doesn't have a real job and is just a housewife?
I misunderstood everything, okay? I thought that Dad was making close to $8,000 a month that whole time, right? And that led me to think that there was no reason for you to be working any.
I'm not listening to any more of your excuses, Carla. I'm not going to do anything for you now after the way you talked to and treated me. Go find someone else to bother now, please.
No way. You and I are family, right? You're my mom.
Such an annoying little brat. If I was really family to you, then why did you leave the house when your father told you to stay with me, saying you didn't need me anymore? I am not going to sit around being used like a tool by you anymore. Both you and David are the same exact people. You guys are so dang similar that I can't tell which one of you I hate more. And to think that I actually was willing to care about you still and wanted to make sure you were raised properly. That's all in the past now, at least.
Why?
Why what? I wanted you to change from being such a stuck-up little brat and learn to act like a respectable little girl instead of like your father. But you never came around to doing so, which is too bad because people aren't going to continue staying around your bad attitude forever. Do you know how much you hurt me? How horribly you talked about me? You called me a parasitic, begging old hag, and plenty of other things that a real daughter would never say to her mother.
That was me in my rebellious phase. I never really meant all of those things at that time.
You are 18 years old now and can be tried as an adult. How about you think about what you're saying instead of just speaking without a care in the world? You are such a damn idiot.
But I was...
You should be happy there is even a house still that is willing to take you like your grandma's. Sure, it's not your father's house or anything, but do you really think you'd want to be there with his girlfriend? Honestly, I don't even understand why I keep talking to you about this, when all you are is a stranger to me now. Could you please just stop talking to me now? And make sure to help your grandma when she asks for it, okay?
Don't abandon me, please. You're the only person I have left that I can ask for help from.
I loved you before, Carla. Goodbye forever now.
Mom!
Hey, Dana, you should be starting to calm down from all the anger you had before, right? That's for the settlement you're asking for. Can you please rethink it all for me? Something like a divorce isn't something you can just ask for overnight like you've done, right? That girlfriend I've been with has told me she no longer wants to be with me. So, hey, let's get back to being husband and wife, alright? Along with Carla, it can be the three of us living together again, right? Hey, you mind replying to me yet? I was kicked out of the family by my mom, and after going back to the house we've been living in before, there are different folks there now. I don't have anywhere to go now. So hey, Dana, what? There's this guy coming right at me from down the road in an all-black suit and sunglasses. Wait, who the hell is he?
While he was in the middle of having a one-sided conversation with me, David was taken away in an all-black SUV. When he was in serious need of money, he had started to borrow from some very odd people that most would find too suspicious to even talk with. And, well, he was taken away that day by them to a secluded warehouse out by the bay, where those people told him very carefully what would happen to him if he didn't start to pay them back right away. This all happened after I told David he didn't have to pay off the settlement in one lump sum, and that was enough to get him to agree with signing the divorce papers for me. After he was released by those strange people, he went back to talk with his now ex-girlfriend one more time about getting back together, but she told him something even better. She said that she'd be getting a settlement from him next, as they were already engaged by the time she found out the truth, and wanted some kind of compensation for wasting her time with him. He is really going to be left with nothing once he's paid her off, and who knows how he's going to deal with all that debt he's going to be in then. As for what's happened with Carla, she was no longer able to pay to go extra classes after school, and her motivation plummeted. She then failed her SAT and ACT, and had to start working a part-time job when she could no longer finish high school. I hear that she's really beginning to look like an adult now, working a job and everything to try and afford her life, and I hope that over time, she begins to change mentally as well. As for myself, I've become a single woman again, only this time, I'm not worried about things like marriage and being a mother anymore, and I'm going to enjoy my later years the way I want to. And with all of this money from the settlement that will be coming in, I think I'll just be fine retiring from my line of work a bit earlier than most. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.